Once upon a time, in a cozy little village, nestled among rolling green hills, lived a mother pig with her 3 little sons. As the days grew shorter and a crisp chill filled the air, she knew it was time for them to venture out and build their own homes. With a loving nuzzle and a basket packed with goodies, she sent them on their way, reminding them to always do their best and be wary of the big bad wolf who roamed the nearby woods. The first little pig was a cheerful and carefree soul. He loved to sing and dance more than anything else. Building a house is easy, he thought. He wanted to finish quickly so he could get back to his fun. Spotting a farmer with a cart full of straw, he politely asked, "Sir, could I please have some of that straw to build my house?" The farmer, a kind old man, happily gave him a large bundle. In no time at all, the first little pig had built a simple house of straw. It wasn't very strong, but he didn't mind. He was just happy to have a roof over his head so he could play his fiddle and dance the day away. He sat inside, feeling quite proud of his quick work. The second little pig was a bit more practical than his brother, but still in a hurry. He saw a man gathering a big pile of sticks. Building with sticks is faster than bricks, he thought, and surely stronger than straw. So he asked the man, "Excuse me, kind sir, may I have some of those sticks to build my house?" The man agreed, and the second little pig got to work. He tied and stacked the sticks, and before long, he had a house of his own. It looked sturdier than the straw house, and he was quite pleased. He settled in, feeling secure enough to relax and take a nice long nap. Now, the third little pig was the wisest and most patient of the 3. He watched his brothers finish their homes so quickly and knew that cutting corners wasn't the right way. "I will build a house that is strong and safe, a house that will protect me from any danger," he declared to himself. He saw a man making bricks and knew that was the material he needed. He worked hard, carrying the heavy bricks and mixing the mortar. It took him a long, long time. The sun beat down, and his brothers often came by to tease him. "Why are you working so hard?" they'd ask. "Come and play with us." But the third little pig just shook his head and kept on building, brick by sturdy brick. Finally, his strong brick house was complete, with a solid roof and a big, warm fireplace. He went inside, tired but very, very proud. It wasn't long before the big, bad wolf came strolling through the woods. His stomach rumbled, and he was looking for a tasty snack. Soon he caught the scent of a little pig and followed it right to the house made of straw. He knocked on the door and said in a sweet, sing-song voice, little pig, let me come in." The first little pig's heart jumped when he peeked through a crack and saw the wolf's big, pointy ears. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin," he squeaked. "Then I'll huff and I'll blow your house in," roared the wolf. He took a deep breath and blew with all his might. The flimsy straw house scattered in every direction. The first little pig squealed in terror and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, all the way to his brother's house of sticks. The first little pig burst through the door just as the wolf arrived. Now 2 terrified little pigs were hiding inside the stick house. The wolf knocked again, a little louder this time. Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins. They both cried out, their voices trembling. Then I'll huff, and I'll blow your house in, the wolf bellowed. He huffed and he puffed, and with a mighty gust the house of sticks tumbled down like a pile of twigs. The 2 little pigs screamed and raced away, heading for their brother's house, the strong house made of brick. They scrambled inside, bolting the thick wooden door just as the wolf panted up to the doorstep. The 3rd little pig calmly welcomed his frightened brothers. "Don't worry," he said, "you are safe here." The wolf, now very cross and very hungry, banged on the brick door. Little pigs, let me in. Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins. All 3 of them shouted back, feeling much braver together in the solid house. Then I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in, the wolf howled, angrier than ever. He huffed and he puffed. Had he huffed and he blew until his face was red. But the brick house didn't move an inch. Not a single brick even trembled. The wolf was exhausted and out of breath. He sat down to think of a new plan. Looking up, the clever wolf spotted the chimney. "Aha!" he thought with a wicked grin. "I'll just climb up the roof and slide down the chimney. I'll catch them all by surprise." He quietly crept onto the roof and made his way to the chimney top. But inside, the 3rd little pig was just as clever. He had heard the scuffling on the roof and knew exactly what the wolf was planning. Thinking fast, he told his brothers, "Quick, help me put this big pot of water on the fire." They filled their biggest cauldron with water and hung it over the roaring fire in the fireplace. The water began to bubble and boil, sending steam up the chimney. Just as the wolf squeezed himself in and began to slide down. Splash! He landed right in the pot of hot water. With a yelp of shock, he shot back up the chimney like a rocket and ran away, never to bother the 3 little pigs again. From that day on, the first 2 little pigs learned a very important lesson. They understood that hard work and planning truly pay off. They moved in with their wise brother, and together they built 2 more strong brick houses right next to his. They all lived happily and safely ever after, always remembering that doing a job right is better than doing it fast. Thanks for watching our story today. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more classic tales. See you next time.